I've been pondering recently on whether this dream that I've had for so long is really what I want. I'm trying to get clear on what it is I really want. I've been sitting here observing my thoughts and inner feelings. I want to be witnessed, or some part of me wants to be witnessed. I know somehow everything is working out. I know somehow it's all coming together perfectly, magically, beyond what I can conceive or imagine where I am now. And as much as I know this, and as much as I have been reminded, it seems like sometimes I forget, but I don't forget that it's not hard for me to believe. I just feel like it's up to me to figure out how to get there. And I know that's not completely true. I know I have support in places that are not seen with your eyes, at least. What I really want is to be seen imperfectly, to be loved and understood and resonated with. I want to reach out and somehow positively affect, inspire, just connect on a genuine level through time and space to people who feel like me, have felt like me, have felt like past versions of me. Whoever needs to hear what I have to say, or just to know that there's somebody else. They're not the only one, they're not alone. I mean, that's one side. The other side, I guess the part that just wants to be liked and seen as valuable, seen as desirable, having people gravitate towards you, towards me, because of an energy that they can't describe. I want people to look at me how I look at the world, how I look at others. And I mean, that's a broad statement, because of course I would prefer it to be only positive. Only the positive things. I don't know, man. Yes, you do. I do know. I just don't always know how to put it into words. I'm starting to give it a try. And really, I don't want to have to be perfect all the time. And I'm not gonna try to be perfect all the time. I mean, I'm just not gonna be perfect all the time. And I know at some level that is perfect in itself, you know? As cliche as that sounds, I want the ability to mess up and get it wrong sometimes. And learn. I want the ability to learn. So sometimes that means starting messily sometimes and not being perfect, making a mistake, embarrassing yourself sometimes. And all of that, as sucky as it feels sometimes, it's still undeniably beautiful. Beautiful and amusing, especially when you learn, you take what you can from it, and you make different choices next time so that you can look back on it and go, oh yeah, wasn't that a funny thing? Or maybe it wasn't funny, and maybe it's just a lesson that you take with you now. I have found my way to this point, and I trust in myself that I will figure it out. However, you know, the next steps, you know, I will get the response from life, the response from my choices. But I know the change that is coming is good. I know it is only for my benefit, whether it poses its challenges and obstacles or not. It can only benefit me. I can only get stronger. I can only get wiser, smarter, more intuitive, more balanced, just more understanding, more security within myself, and trust in myself to navigate life, these moments, whatever they bring. I think there's a part of me that knows how fortunate that I've been, that I am, just knows how fortunate that I am, and is afraid of losing that, and is afraid that maybe I'm not as strong as I think I am. I guess we can only see, you know? I don't know what the future holds. And I don't really want to. I am a person, a being that thrives on figuring it out. I do like figuring it out. Yeah, I like to see how I can handle it, how I can best play the hand that I'm dealt. I like to learn. I like to grow. As much as my human self also likes constant reassurance and for things to be simple and predictable sometimes, routine, I like to learn. I like evolving. I like the flow. I like the changing seasons. I just know it's all purposeful. And I've seen how things I experienced have been purposeful into creating the person that I am now and learning all that I did. So I'm grateful that my life wasn't perfect in that sense, I suppose. I'm coming face to face, in a sense, with the things that I maybe haven't put into words. And I think it's okay that they're not put into words. Maybe I don't need to understand it. I just need to be aware. Some of the things I haven't put into words because they may be deemed as quote-unquote shameful. Or they're things that I shouldn't want or desire. It would be better if I didn't want or desire positive attention and love and admiration from strangers. I mean, yeah, it's nice to be nice. It's nice to be liked, but I think what I'm really after is to have a positive effect on people. Like, just generally. I just want to have a positive effect on people. I want to inspire others how so many people have inspired me. Whether that be people on the internet or strangers I meet on the street, you know. I see a lot of beauty in pretty much all the people around me. Some, it's more on the surface than others. I just see a lot of beauty, and I see a lot of beauty in myself that I want to encapsulate and share so that other people who also find that beautiful, you know, it's like looking at a piece of art, you know, and having somebody maybe not see this exact vision or get the exact same thing, but you guys both like the same thing and you have your separate, unique reasons for liking it. You can compare and contrast. And it's, you know, interesting to see what other people drive with, what they take from it. But we ourselves as beings, human beings, spirits, souls, all of the above, nothing at all, etc. Our existence is art in itself. And I do believe that, and it can be art, and we can make it even more artful by how we dress or how we choose to speak, how we present in the world, you know. But a lot of the times, sometimes it's enough to just be. It's enough to just show up as you, just exist and be there. Of course, I desire to make my life a bit more aesthetic than that. See how I can bedazzle this human life of mine, but I also think I have both. I don't need to bedazzle all the time. I like the messy, unpolished sides of me just as much. Of course, sometimes they're not as beneficial, yeah, as the quote-unquote polished, more stable, curated sides. But I want to be witnessed for all of it, you know. I feel like I don't want to put on a show. I don't have to show you everything. I can show you what I want, yeah. But there is a part of me that does want to be seen imperfectly as everything. I don't want to, this is me, and if we really connect at this level, then we really connect, kind of thing. I mean, that's the type of connection that I want. And you can't be seen and accepted for who you actually are if you never show it. So here I am. This is me. At a certain level, I am slightly under the influence of cannabis. So, again, maybe this is just one version. I do feel, though, the way I use cannabis can aid in me slowing down enough to notice what's actually going on inside me. It rises the stuff up to the surface, as well as allows me to come down to see it, possibly. It assists me in glimpsing the unconscious, especially the unconscious that I feel is quote unquote shameful, that I don't like to acknowledge about myself. And it gives me more spaciousness to just sit with it and not fight with it and not try to change it, but just sit with it, acknowledge it, so that it can be integrated in terms of taking the core of what this thing is. And I know I don't need to understand everything that happens inside of me to change or make better decisions. It is interesting, though, to learn about myself. And I do find the multiple faces and facets of my being on all levels to be beautiful. I have developed and connected to a genuine sense of love for myself and seeing myself as I see others, just as beautiful and flawed and capable. I've never doubted that I can have the life that I dream of. I haven't gotten to the point where I just don't think that I will ever get to that point where I doubt that I can have it. I just know it's possible. I know the limit is where you yourself perceive it to be. And I'm not going to shackle myself. I will learn as I go. I will learn and grow, and I know some way, somehow, I'm gonna get to where where I'm meant to be. I'm just gonna get there. Moment by moment, wherever, I'm just gonna be here, I guess. Yeah, and this thing here, yes, it's just gonna track my progress. It's gonna encapsulate me at every step. That's what I want it to be. I want it to be something that I can look back on and also just have someone there to talk to as I'm going through it, and just be completely honest about the process. It's very easy to look at people and see the end result. It is my wish that my intention that as much as this is just fun and freeing, fulfilling for me to do here at the moment where I am now, I hope that I hope that this can be of service to someone else somehow, someday. And I guess if it's just of service for me right now, then that is good enough. It's perfect in itself. Though I do, I guess it really is more of a desire to be seen and witnessed at every stage, at every step. I don't need to be witnessed only when it's perfect, you know? As much as I would love to look perfect from every angle and articulate myself clearly all the time, I'm fine messing up sometimes. I like the experience, the whole experience, you know, of being a whole human, not just the parts that everyone else likes, the parts that the world, quote unquote, seems to desire and say is cool or whatever. That's never been my defining metrics. I like who I am, even when I mess up. Alright, I have to pee, so I'm assuming that's the end of this rant. I think that's just what I'm gonna do from now on. I'm gonna talk until I have to pee, and that will be it. That will be my thing. Yeah. I don't think I'll ever regret getting this tattooed. I did get it tattooed. Of course, if you've seen my earlier rants, you'll see when I didn't have it tattooed. And you see, like, things like that are so cool. It's so cool to look back on and remember what I was going through at those times and what I've overcome since then, how I've grown. Because sometimes I feel like if I don't encapsulate it, I forget. I forget how much I've grown through. Or I'm not as privy to it. Like that stuff. I know I don't have to hold on to everything, every single memory, but a part of me really does want to encapsulate it. You know, like the journey. Because it's so beautiful, and I'm constantly looking back on my life, the people that I've met, the people that I've learned from, and honestly, pretty much everybody falls into both of those categories. Of taking the lessons from those people, but also remembering the beautiful, unique moments, the beautiful uniqueness of those people, and what I loved about them. I love that I can see that. I love that I get to keep that, you know? The beauty and the lessons. The beauty and the lessons. That's awesome. And of course, in those moments, it was very difficult. It was, I don't want to say it was hell, but that's the word that came to mind. Like, it was, I could have never seen the product, the person I would be. We don't necessarily come here to have it all figured out. We come here to learn through experience, through the experience. And I'm sure there's nuances to this universe of ours. However, I feel the people that I'm meant to connect to are people, our souls, whatever you are into, are beings that, people, whatever, that are here to learn and grow. that are here probably with something to say, that are here to shine a light. Yeah, that are here to blaze trails and divert the norm. I want to do this together. I want to inspire. I want to reassure that you're not crazy. You're not too out there. You're not unintelligent, because you have a different view on how life can be and the life that you want for yourself. We all got to start somewhere. My pee has vanished. All right. I will end it here. I don't have a catchphrase yet, so it's just gonna be these awkward endings for a while, I guess. Oh, my knees! Bye, I guess. Oh, that sucks. I don't want to end it like this. I feel like, yeah, I mean, we talked about being messy. This is as messy as it gets, I suppose. All right. I will end this with a deep breath. You can join me if you want. Breathe in. Thank you, future viewers. Thank you, now viewers. Thank you, me. I think that will be my thing now. Ending with 3 deep breaths, and you can take it at whatever pace you want. You don't have to follow mine, but it's something small but positive that whoever connects, the people who connect, can take if they would like to. It's something I can do, and if nothing else, it's a positive thing for me. Thank you for being here. Whenever you are here, whenever this finds you, I'm thankful that I even have the means to do this. Okay. Until next time.